And that I have realized when Usha and we went together to Africa. And we saw the people. And we recognized that whatever little we are giving, it is not enough. And then I questioned to myself, why are we giving to the foundation? But I realized that money is important. Because when the doctors are going, like my friend Manoj Desai here and many of the surgeons who were going with us, that I can't do their part. But they are being helped by people who give to the foundation so they can, in turn, convert that money into service that goes to the people. And that's why the money is important. What we give in terms of our own self, of our time, our commitment, money is also equally important. So these are the two parts, the giving and receiving. And I believe that both are blessed, giving and receiving, because they complete the transaction of heart. It is that transaction of heart which is not complete if it is just giving or if it is just receiving. And that is what I personally feel is the essence of our giving to the foundation. My friends, I want to thank you. I want to thank Mr. Chairman for being with us. I want to thank all the leadership here to be with us on this occasion. And we are very fortunate that our son, Jay, who is in Washington, is here, and he has come specially for this occasion. And I am particularly wanting to tell you that he wanted to contribute in order that I can become an Arts Club Society member. And by the time he contacted the foundation, they told him that I already had reached that level. And yet, he gave and continued to give to the foundation. And I want to thank him. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for your patience. Please continue to give. Please continue thinking in terms of the peace and progress because of you that the humanity is experiencing. God bless you.
Well said, Raja. Raja and Usha, our sincere thanks and appreciation. Congratulations on joining the Arts Clump Society. Moments ago during the introductions, I gave you an opportunity to coach me, right? And I missed one, right? So with my apologies, our General Secretary's with us here this afternoon. There's only one thing worse than not introducing your boss, not introducing your wife. So my apologies, Sean. No excuse. No excuse. Back to the program. I'd like to now invite District Governor Joe and Linda Grebmeyer to come forward.
Much as I learned at the International Assembly, it's always a tough act to follow. It's an honor to be here today. I received my first Paul Harris Fellowship with the help of my club. After I became a club president, I learned so much more about Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. This led to me joining the Paul Harris Society, and then the Bequest Society, and becoming a major donor, and finally the Arts Clump Society. My mentor was past District Governor Gloria Clinton, an Arch Clump Society member. During my year as president, she introduced me to Major Gift Officer Michael Dunlap, who has become a close friend. I went on to meet past Rotary International presidents Cliff Docterman, Matt Capreras, and Rich King, who so inspired us to lead and do more. I met most of the Rotary International presidents-elect during the last 10 years at PETS, many who spent their time, to speak to me about Rotary International. But it was at the International Assembly when Rotary International President-elect Gary Wong challenged all of us DGEs to donate to the Rotary Foundation. We became the best class, 100% commitment by our class with giving to the foundation. This is when I decided to step up and also make a great commitment. Our family has been blessed. We live well. Our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren are both healthy and happy. We chose to share these blessings with the world. If not me, then who? The Rotary Foundation trustee Paul Netzel became a good friend who told me about the Rotary Peace Centers. We have dedicated our fund to support those efforts through the Joseph and Linda Grebmeyer Endowment. Rotary International has allowed us to leave a legacy to help others. I am very grateful for this opportunity and very humbled by the recognition. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the Grebmeyers. Joe and Linda, thank you so very much. Congratulations. It's now my honor to introduce Wayne and Leanne Kuzik. Past District Governor Wayne is affectionately known here at the Secretariat as the father of the Paul Harris Society. I don't know if he'll mention that in his remarks, but I want to be sure you know that. So welcome.
Rotary changed our lives. My wife Leanne and I decided to help better the lives of those less fortunate, to promote peace and goodwill, and to help improve our community. Years ago, Rotary's annual theme was "Believe in what you do what you believe in." We continue to draw inspiration from this theme. We believe in Rotary and all the good that it accomplishes. Rotary is the vehicle that helps us make our contributions matter. Our family and friends understand our commitment to doing what we believe in with Rotary. We eagerly seek out those who can join us in keeping Rotary a giant force for good in this world. We came across another saying in the Rotary trail, if you will. And I'll pose it to you by asking you a question. What 10 two-letter words provides an inspirational message? And I'm sure a lot of you will have come across this at PETS and what have you, but what 10 two-letter words provides an inspiration? If it is to be, it is up to me. Thank you very much.
Wayne and Leanne, thank you both so very much. Congratulations to you. Now I'd like to invite Dave and Maureen Anderson to come forward.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The first thing Maureen and I'd like to do is to thank the Rotary headquarters and foundation staffs for their great work in supporting Rotarians in the Rotary effort throughout the world. You do a great job, and we really appreciate it. Our experience with the wonderful work of the Rotary Foundation actually began before we became members of Rotary. Prior to becoming a member, I was invited to attend a regular club meeting by a friend of ours. While I was attending, they happened to mention that they were doing a matching grant and that they would be contributing durable medical goods to children in the community that had fallen between government programs and insurance. 3 days later, I had the pleasure of going to that matching grant presentation. Walking into the hotel, I was nearly run over by 2 children in special tricycles that were drag racing down the main corridor of the hotel. Their faces showed absolute joy. These children could barely walk, and yet they had been set free by the foundation's gift and by what Rotarians were doing. Not only was this joy reflected in the children and the various devices that they had received, but their parents, whose faces showed that they had received a miracle. I could not believe how much good that did. I was so moved by the effect of seeing that presentation that I left the hotel knowing I had to become a Rotarian. During my club orientation, we viewed a video of the many great things that Rotarians and the foundation do, and how a gift of only $1,000 went so far in producing that good. I took the video home with me and I showed it to Maureen. To this day, it still evokes memories for me. We sat there and watched it through our tears. It provided a tremendous emotional catharsis for us. Through the tears, Maureen indicated to me that we both had to become Paul Harris members immediately, and then that we had to have our children become that. After we sponsored and worked on several foundation matching grants, we became more interested in Rotary and attended several international conventions. A discussion with then President Jim Lacey led to our determination to become major donors. Last year, a discussion with Greg Pod, who we have a pleasure of seeing in the audience, led us to realize the need to become members of the Arch Clump Society. Again, we thank you for your leadership efforts on behalf of Rotarians throughout the world, and may God bless you and continue your work. We're so humble, and we appreciate so much what you are doing. God bless you.
Well said, Dave. Another round of applause for the Andersons, please. Dave and Maureen, thank you both so very much. Congratulations. Now I'd like to invite Cal Cardus and Marie-Claire Maroum Cardus to come forward.
Good evening. It gives me chills to be sitting in this room and meeting all the distinguished people. And I can't wait to go back to my club and brag about all those famous people who are sitting in here. I am a member of Charlotte North in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this club is the birthplace of Rotaract. And we are very proud of that, even though we are not very active in Rotaract. But last 2 years, we took a new initiative to be very active because in the Charlotte area, we have a lot of colleges and schools that we should be waiting in, because that's the future of Rotary, is to get people from Rotaract. I went to school in Wisconsin, worked in Chicago for a few years, and run away from the bad weather to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I regretted coming in here in the winter, not in the summer, but the weather was very nice. The day I arrived was 75 degrees. They never mentioned the wind factor. Yesterday was a freezing day to walk around. But we are coming to visit this place, really. It's the heart of Rotary. I was so impressed with the activity, the organization, the people. It's really make me feel great that what we're giving to Rotary is going to the right place. Government is going to take our money somewhere or another, and it's full of, corruption and crooks and things like that. Rotary is a very safe place to put